When people ask us, "Who are you?" a lot of times we'll tell them what we do. We'll tell them that, I'm a banker, or I'm a farmer, or I'm a friar. And we usually explain to people not so much of who we are, but as I said, the activities that we do. Or maybe we think about a relationship. I'm a husband, I'm a wife, I'm a child. But John the Baptist today, when he's asked, "Who are you?" he tells them basically what he's not. He's not the prophet, he's not Elijah, but especially he is not the Christ. He realizes who he was, and that was someone in relationship with the Lord. And his role was to prepare the way, make straight the path for one, as he said, greater than himself. He wasn't even humble enough or able to untie the sandal strap. And so he was always pointing beyond himself to Jesus Christ. And so he realized who he was. Today we celebrate the feast day of two great bishop saints of the 4th century, St. Basil and Gregory. And they were facing a strong heresy at that time that said that the baby in the manger was just a human, just a little human baby, was not God. And the two great bishops said that's a heresy, because as Catholics we believe that the baby in the manger is fully human and fully divine. And so they had arguments with those heretics. They even came to fisticuffs, believe it or not. That's what they fought about. Imagine today if we fought about that, people say, "You're a little nuts." But that's what they did. They fought about whether Jesus was fully human or fully divine, and the belief is he was both. When we pray that creed every Sunday, we say that Jesus was consubstantial with the Father. He's the same stuff. He's the same thing as the Father. He is God. And so these two great bishops tried to tell people who really is that baby, fully human and fully divine. When we look at ourselves, we realize, yes, we're fully human, but many times we're anything but fully divine. We know that. We're not Christ. We're not Jesus. And we say, thank God for that. But we can say, who am I? We can say that we are in relation with Jesus Christ. Through our actions, through our words, we are to point beyond ourselves. We are to point to Jesus Christ, who is fully human and fully divine. That when people look at us, they don't simply focus on us, but hopefully they'll be able to see past us and see the God with whom we are in love with. I always think of those athletes who are getting paid for what they do, especially football players. What do? After a touchdown, they're doing dances, they're doing all these wild things, almost a look at me, look what I have done. For us as Catholic Christians, that's not how we live. We live out our lives in relationship with Jesus Christ. We live out his values and his teachings, not to focus on ourselves, but to be able to be like John the Baptist, to point to someone greater than ourselves. Today, through the intercession of Saints Basil and Gregory, let us ask the Lord to help us to continue to follow him with all our heart, and that when people look at us and they say, "Who are you?" we too can say, we are a son, we are a daughter of God, and we always point towards Jesus Christ.